How does cloud storage work? Hi, everyone. Leo Notenboom here for askleo.com. It seems that cloud storage is available everywhere. You can't even hide from it, it seems. But what is it? How do you use it? Why is it valuable? Well, let's start with the most famous, if you will, characterization of what cloud storage is. Cloud storage is someone else's computer. At its most basic, cloud storage is nothing more than a big computer on the internet where you can store files. Break that down a little. It's a computer. Conceptually, you can think of it as a computer with a really big hard drive, but in reality, it's hundreds, if not thousands, of computers provided by the service provider. Put another way, you're using your service provider's computers. On the internet, well, one idea behind cloud storage is that we don't care where the computer is, only that we can get to it from wherever we are. Hence, the internet. Without an internet connection, you can't reach your cloud storage, or even the rest of the cloud, where you can store files. This is what differentiates cloud storage from other cloud services. It's just a place you can store files. It doesn't run programs or process data in the cloud. It's just a place to put files. So far, so good. And indeed, there are providers that do only that, provide you with storage online and nothing else. But the providers I want to talk about here, OneDrive, Dropbox, Google Drive, iCloud, and many others actually, build on that concept to increase their usefulness dramatically. In order to understand this a little bit better, we need to step back a minute and talk about copying files from one machine to another. For a long, long time, the traditional way to copy a file from one computer to another was to do so by hand. Depending on the technologies available at the time, you could, copy that file to a floppy disk on one machine, take that disk to another machine, and copy the file from the floppy disk to that second machine. Same thing with USB stick. Copy a file to a USB stick, take that USB stick to another machine, and then copy the file from the USB stick to the second machine. Or copy the file directly from one machine to another across a local network. Regardless of the mechanism you use, generally, you have to do it. It's a manual process. In fact, it's a manual process that remains really common today, except, of course, for that floppy disk. Cloud services become more than just a place you can put your files once you install their software on your PC. The software monitors a folder specific to that service on your hard disk for any files that you add, remove, or change. When that happens, those files are added, removed, or changed in the associated online cloud storage account. It's called synchronization, and it's an important concept. Changes you make in one place are automatically replicated or synchronized to the other. I'll use OneDrive as an example. Here you can see that, we have OneDrive running on the PC. You can see that the OneDrive app is down here in the notification area. I've got Windows File Explorer open on my OneDrive folder. Even though Windows goes through great lengths to hide it, the actual location of this folder in this example is c:users/my username/OneDrive. In that folder, you'll find, these folders. I've got a bunch of other folders in there. One of those folders is a folder I call Important Documents. And indeed, there's a document here. I'm going to go ahead and view extensions so that we know what we're dealing with here. Some very important stuff.txt. Nifty. I'm going to create another file here. A new text document, another important file. Now, I've just created that. I've not put anything in it, but it doesn't really matter. Because I created that file in the OneDrive folder on my PC, and the OneDrive app is running on my PC. If we now go to OneDrive.com and take a look at My Files, Important Documents, and there it is. This file was automatically uploaded as soon as it was created on my PC. The two are being kept in sync. Now, if I make a change to the file on my PC, you'll notice right now the file is empty. If I take a look at the contents of the file here online, it's an empty file. So I'm going to go to that file on my PC. We'll open it up in Notepad, and we'll put some stuff in it. Literally, some stuff. We'll save it. Go ahead and close Notepad because I'm done with it. And now, well, automatically, that file, the changes to that file, got uploaded to OneDrive.com. If I open the file now on OneDrive.com, there it is. The stuff that I added on my PC was automatically replicated to the file online. And of course, if I were to delete this file, then within a few seconds, minutes, that file will disappear from this folder. I can hasten the process by refreshing the browser window with F5. There it is. The file has been deleted. Again, all that's happened is that the OneDrive folder on my PC is automatically being replicated to OneDrive.com online. But it gets a little better. If you install the cloud services software on more than one machine, and you sign into that software with the same cloud storage account, then all those devices monitor the same cloud storage and automatically synchronize the folder on their hard drives with the files stored in the cloud. Copying a file from one machine to another now simply means placing that file in the cloud storage folder on your PC and waiting for it to appear in the same folder on another. Here's how that works. On another PC, that you can't see, it's in another room, it's in another country, it doesn't really matter, I'm going to create a file in the Important Documents folder. So I've done so. So what you'll notice is that documents showed up magically on this PC. And in fact, if I refresh the online view on this folder, same thing. So what's happened here is I've placed a file in that OneDrive folder on computer, I'll call it computer B. The OneDrive software running on that computer noticed that there was a new file, and it uploaded it to the OneDrive.com account online. That's why it shows up here in the OneDrive account online. The OneDrive software running on computer A notices that a new file appeared online and then downloads it to its OneDrive folder. Now, you can do this for as many files or folders as you like until you reach the storage limits of your online cloud services account. You can also have more than two PCs. You can have a flock of PCs all signed into the same OneDrive.com account. And whenever a change is made in a OneDrive folder on any of those PCs, then that change or that file is replicated to all of the other PCs. So yeah, cloud storage services can be used to copy files from point A to point B, but this concept of synchronization enables something much more complicated, keeping a set of files and folders in multiple different places in sync with one another. You change files on computer A, and those changes automatically show up on device B. You change some files on device B, and sure enough, those changes show up on computer A. Delete files from one, and they're deleted from the other. Well, you better be sure you want to delete it. Add files here, and they show up there as well. 2 or more machines and 2 or more copies of your files are always kept in sync with one another using online cloud storage as a kind of intermediary. It's kind of a backup, but not really. Consider where we just left things. Files on computer A and files on device B are automatically kept in sync with one another. You have 2 copies of everything, each copy on a different machine, along with a third copy stored in the cloud at OneDrive.com. Your files are in 3 places. It's kind of an automatic backup that gets updated as you make changes to the files. It is a backup because should any one of those places disappear, the others remain. Should you lose a computer, the files are on the other computer and online. Should you lose all your devices, the online version is there, accessible via any web browser. It's not a backup because your online account is really only one place, or at least it acts like one. If you delete a file, it's deleted everywhere all at once. If you lose access to the account, the file or files may be removed from all of your computers as well as online. And of course, like I keep saying, if it's in only one place, it's not backed up, even if that one place is your cloud storage. But by using its automatic synchronization feature, cloud storage can be part of a healthy backup plan. Each online service includes additional features and functionality, of course, but this concept of storing files online and automatically synchronizing between multiple machines is perhaps the most basic, the most useful, and the most important feature of all. Many people have privacy concerns about keeping their data in the cloud. If it's someone else's computer, can that someone else see your files? Well, technically, yeah. They have to be able to access your files to be able to provide the cloud storage service, the service that you are requesting. The real question is, do they do anything more than that? Some people believe that they absolutely do. The most common accusation is that your uploaded files are used to train LLMs behind AI programs. Many believe that even companies without AIs aggressively use your files to build a profile or to target advertising or just about anything else that the files could be used for. To be clear, I do not believe this. I certainly don't believe it for the major cloud storage providers like OneDrive, Dropbox, Google Drive, iCloud, and others. Certainly, other, lesser-known providers could certainly come along and do whatever they want with the files you give them. However, there is an important caveat to all of this. These providers may all be legally obligated to turn over your files in response to a court order. The only solution against that is to keep your files private while still using their services, is to proactively encrypt your files before they're uploaded. Tools like Cryptomator are built for exactly this. But naturally, whether you're willing to use these services at all will depend in part on your level of trust that your data will remain private. If you're not using it already, explore whether cloud storage might be useful to you. I use it heavily, both for the near real-time backup as well as it being a simple way to make sure my files are replicated across all the machines I want them on. For updates, for comments, for links related to this topic and more, visit askleo.com/75658. I'm Leo Notenboom, and this is askleo.com. Thanks for watching.